Hey folks, it's Brad at eTrailer, and today we are putting a Wingbar Evo System roof rack on our 2018 Ford Fiesta. The Ford Fiesta is a subcompact car. This one in particular is the ST model, which is a great little fun performance car, but downsides would be storage. It does have a hatchback, but it's relatively small. This is my personal car, and I have 2 car seats in the back. So having added storage or the ability to take my bike, cargo carrier, or any other things I need on a trip really comes in handy with a roof rack system. This roof rack will give you 47 inches of real estate to really work with for whatever you have. Now the Wing Evo system on the Thule roof rack is really nice. You kind of just slide this over, and as you can see in this slot here, it does allow for their T-Track system. So a lot of Thule accessories will fit this perfectly. So as you can see here, this is lockable. So if you have your expensive items on here, or even just the rack itself, this can prevent it from being stolen. Now you can get lockable cores to match all your other Thule accessories, which is really nice. So each bar has a weight capacity of over 110 pounds. So between the 2 of them, you have a total of 220 pounds that you can put on top of your car safely. So that allows for quite a bit of storage of whatever things you're bringing to campsite or any activity that you're going to. Roof rack systems without existing bars can sometimes be scary on a car that you cherish. With these rubber feet and the nice tight fit, I have no worries that this will be moving around or scratching the paint. It's also got a nice appearance to it, pretty low profile, doesn't stick out too much, and kind of gives it a neat look. Now, for people that have a Fiesta, putting a hitch on it isn't ideal because it is a sportier car and any addition to weight in the rear might cause some issue. So the roof rack really is a nice option and keeps it less permanent. If you need to remove it for any reason, it's simple. The roof rack system itself is a very easy install and can be done by yourself. So for a little bit of time for the install, it adds a ton of utility to this little car. Let's take a look at that. So now that we have the one rack installed on the car, we're going to kind of go through and show you the breakdown of the rack itself. So here we have the bar, which you can see has rubber here for your T-Track to slide in, so you can put a variety of different accessories. Something else that's nice is the almost airplane wing shaped bar, which doesn't seem like a big deal until you've had other racks. They create a lot of wind noise and sometimes require a fairing to cut down on that wind noise. So this aerodynamic shape will help cut down on that and also reduce drag. Also, these V's serve as the air diffuser to break up that air. So taking a look at the parts themselves, you have the bar, we have our clamp, which also with the fit kit will come with your clamps and the feet that go on it. So all in conjunction, we'll put that together and show you how it attaches to the car. So we have the other side installed, but I'm gonna walk you through here and show you how this system works, because looking at it, it seems like a lot of pieces, but once you kind of start working on it, it's pretty simple. So you'll see here, this is your clamp. So this is actually gonna slide into here, but also you have a corresponding foot here that's rubberized and numbered. Same with your hook, also numbered. So in your instruction manual, that will break down which corner of the car it goes to, and it is specific because it contours perfectly to your specific vehicle. So taking a look at this, we have our Smart Slide. This has a bunch of numbers that you can see possibly up close, but when you have it in your hands, it's easy to see. So what this is gonna do is slide into here. Now, one of the tricky situations with roof racks and installing them is figuring out that width to perfectly match your car, and it's kind of a guessing game of shifting back and forth. This takes care of it by telling you what spec it needs to be at, setting that, and then you know exactly where to put your foot. So for our Fiesta, we're gonna set this to 36, so the line's right there. So dual purpose, this serves as letting you know how far to put the foot, and it will move if you push it too hard, but it also closes this hole, which adds a little more aerodynamics. No wind can get trapped in there. So take your foot, take your clamp, and what you're gonna do is slide that in there until you hear that click. Those hooks lock on top, and you know you're good there. The next thing you're gonna do is take your foot, your rubber padding here, which again is contoured to your car. It's pretty simple, little squares plop in there, and this little hook kind of goes over. It doesn't have that satisfying audible click, but you kind of know when it's seated correctly. And just kind of give it a few presses on, and you know that it's flush, like that. So next we're going to slide it through here. Now you have this top little pin down clip here. So in order to loosen that, to allow it to slide, you're going to see these metal brackets here. And when you push those in, that's actually going to push that forward, allowing you to slide it in. Just as so. And with our slides here, we know exactly where to stop. So we have our front bar installed, and per vehicle specific instructions, it is 7 7/8 back from the window. So from having the first one already installed, we now know our distance based on the instructions of how far back. So that's something with the roof rack, is it is able to kind of move, but having those feet really attached to the points where they're recommended makes for a better secure fit. So with our roof rack, we have both our doors open. We're going to just place it on here, and then we'll get our measurements spot on after that. So just kind of reach over, and you'll see that little clamp. You're going to want to hook that, and then you'll see you still have quite a bit of tolerance here to play with, but it's sitting up there at least, and now we can space it as necessary. So since we have our front bar installed, we can use that as the reference. So we're looking for 27.5, and that's from the front of this bar to the front of this bar. So as you can see, I'm at 30. I'm going to just bump that up, you know, however many inches that is, till I get 27.5. So it's still loose. And let's kind of see where that puts us. So right about there. So now I'm going to go to the other side, kind of get that in place. And once we have them both lined up, nice and parallel with the other bar, we can slowly start to tighten one side at a time. So with roof racks, it always kind of worries me that it is rubbing on the paint or it can cause damage. So it's really important to get these channels. You can see this is custom fit to the Fiesta, but there's a little lip there that goes in your rain gutter, and really putting that in place is going to give it added security. So you may have to adjust here and there till you get the perfect fit. Now once you go back and forth tightening, you can come to the side. This tool here will put it at the correct torque specification when you hear the click. So give it a few twists and listen for that sweet click. Right for it, there. So that's how you know it's torqued down specifically. Make sure it's done on both sides, and then we'll go from there. So we have them installed. They are sturdy as can be. I can't move this. So the finishing touches here, we have this little end cap, which is shaped just like the wing bar, so make sure you have it the right way, and that should just snap into place, and that closes. You have this little cap here as well, little tabs go in there, boom. With our finishing touches in place, that concludes the install on our roof rack. So there we have it. We have the Thule Wing Evo roof rack system on our 2018 Ford Fiesta. This is just a really good option for those looking to add some space to a pretty small car.